This girl was obsessed with money since she was young. When other kids were still drinking milk, she had already mastered 100 ways to make money. She picked expired fried chicken from supermarkets, reprocessed it, and sold it to passing drivers, earning a hefty profit. In middle school, she sold unbranded cigarettes at school, becoming quite successful, even supporting her whole family. Despite this, she didn't neglect her studies. With her high IQ, she got into the prestigious ETH Zurich. Her mom and brother were thrilled, but she had a long face and couldn't smile, because tuition fees were extremely expensive. If she took out a loan, the interest alone would be $70,000. There was no way they could afford it. Give up? Not a chance. She discovered the townspeople were all football fans, so she forged a few match tickets and started scalping. With her harmless appearance, the fake tickets sold even better than the real ones. But this time, unlike her small-scale previous schemes, 2 policemen came knocking at her door. She was sentenced to 40 months in prison for fraud. Even in prison, she didn't learn her lesson. She started trading yogurt among inmates, using the money she earned to buy a pile of books, turning her cell into a classroom to self-study, aspiring to become the female Buffett. However, a phone call from her mom shattered her dreams. During this time, her legal fees and fines had snowballed, turning into a huge debt. A year later, she was released early for good behavior, but on her first day out, she received a debt collection call. To her surprise, the other party voluntarily reduced her original debt of $30,000 to $5,000, as long as she could pay immediately. Sure enough, smart minds work differently. She immediately smelled a business opportunity and started digging for information. It turned out that every time the debt collector recovers a debt, they earn a 10% commission. This money was too easy to make, but there was still a problem. $30,000 debt reduced to $5,000. Doesn't that mean the bank loses money? To figure out the mystery behind it, she went straight to the debt company. She was the only female employee at the debt collection company. Other colleagues relied on their fists to collect debts, but she casually became the top performer, sitting back and relaxing. Her methods were brilliant. Instead of rushing to make calls upon receiving a bill, she would first identify the debtor's weaknesses. For example, this client was a mama's boy. Judy first found his mom's phone number, then used it as leverage to threaten him, while providing a solution.
Use your student loans. You can delay your tuition payment. You can't delay my call to Sherry.
The mama's boy had no choice but to pay up, begging her to keep it confidential.